is Beast of Reincarnation fun? Yes, it is fun. However, is this game for you? That's another question. The thing is, like, I don't want to mislead you. I don't know your economy. I don't know what games you play. I don't know what games you like or dislike. So let me tell you this. At worst, this game is fine. And at best, this game is good. The thing is, like, this game, to me at least, it has a lot of friction. And it's not a friction that prevents me from playing the game, but it's a friction that prevents me to tell you, yes, go and buy it full price. Because if you like what you see about this game, you're gonna have a blast unless you are expecting a game that is hard. Because this game is not particularly hard. It's not brain dead. It's not brain dead easy or anything like that. But it's not hard. And I think that if you watch the gameplay, you will think that this is a Soulslike. And I have to kinda agree because it has a lot of systems and the layout of the levels that does tell you, oh, this is a Soulslike, or it's supposed to be, or at the very least, the core is right there. It's one of those games that if Sekiro didn't exist, this game wouldn't exist either, right? So, if you are expecting a challenge out of this game, I think, like, if you already play other Souls-like or Sekiro-like or, you know, this type of games, you are gonna be slightly disappointed because I think this game is better if you don't play these games and want to start playing them, but you need a little bit of help because it feels like summoning a person to help you out with the dog that you have in this game, and also you have some abilities. Also, it's very forgiving the parry. Like, it has so many stuff that aren't really part of the friction, are just part of how the game is designed. Because, again, this is not an easy experience if you never played these games. That's how I feel, at least. But at the same time, like I mentioned previously, this game has a lot of friction. And the friction that it has, it usually tends to be around the narrative or stuff like the camera being kind of erratic, or stuff like there are only 3 enemies that you have to beat up and they look very similar. Like, the enemy variety, which is funny considering this is from Game Freak, the same people that made Pokemon, but whatever, is lacking. Okay, there are like 3-4 enemies and such. They don't feel repetitive overall. To me, it's not a huge issue, but it's part of that friction that, yes, it is there and you notice it, but again, it's not a huge deal for me. Then there are other moments in the game that cause me friction, but not because they are bad per se, but it just kind of puts me a little away from the game, and it's the narrative. The narrative, like, if you already play games, particularly Japanese games more than actually Asian ones, this type of Japanese games have a narrative that is very formal, and some characters feel unidimensional. However, the context of what's going on with the game makes sense and makes the experience immersive and believable. Now, is that experience in the narrative-wise fun and engaging? Not for a lot of people. For myself, sometimes it is, and I understand it because, like, the characters are pretty much traumatic and they are in a catastrophe and you have to purge all the souls, and I get the context and it's believable, but it's not particularly engaging, especially for Western audience, unless you are very used to, because this is not a type of narrative that comes from Nier Automata or anything like that. It's not philosophical, it's not that deep either. It's just very formal and it's not that engaging overall, at least for me. Then the combat is fun. I have no real complaints about the combat. The combat is very fun, very engaging. Like, yes, they do help you a lot. The dog helps you a lot in the combat. Like, it gives you tools to work around and makes mistakes, but to me, that's part of how fun the game is, right? Because when you are fighting those enemies, it doesn't matter if they are repetitive or not, like, they feel fun. The experience feels seamless when you are actually fighting enemies. Like, this eventually doesn't happen all the time. It happens a lot. It happens a lot more than some people say that, because for some reason now, if a game is not GOTY contender, it seems like it's shit. This game is not shit. It's not bad. It's not even mediocre. It's good, but it does have friction. It does have bugs. Sometimes it's not a huge deal again. Usually they are all related with the camera in my experience. I'm not sure about the optimization because I didn't have any type of issue in those regards. Funny enough, optimization is a bit all over the place. That's something that you have to check out depending playing on your PC. And I think that's pretty much it what I had to say about Beast of Reincarnation. The difficulty is kind of weird, it's kind of all over the place. Sometimes it feels hard, but then you repeat the boss fight and it's super easy. I would say give it a go, watch more videos about the gameplay, see if you like them or not, but that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about this game? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, and tell me, do you like this game? Are you planning on buying it? I recommend you to wait for a sale and to wait for a more seamless experience, but maybe it's for you, maybe it's not.